This shop is protected by the Demon King. By Bottle 7. Chapter 2. When I awoke, the cardboard was frozen and frostbitten. My siblings were curled up near me, cold to the touch of my nose. Even my mother. I stood up shakily, feeling sick. A rush of panic filled my veins. They were dying. They were all dying. I panted heavily, trying my best to stay calm but failing. I went from each of my siblings, trying to nudge them awake. I even licked my mother's face. "Wake up," I begged. Distraught, I let out several barks, trying to get their attention. "Wake up," I shouted through my barks. I stayed, pierced me once again. My mind flashed between my mother from my last life and this one. A whimper left my lips and my tail tucked between my legs. At that moment I realized that though I had these memories, accepted me and loved me, I didn't want to lose them. As much as I want to say I was able to calm myself, I could not. This realization of just how truly precious my new family was made me desperate. Made me do something I would never do otherwise. Pushing all the strength I had into my legs, I ran out of our box home and into the streets beyond the alley, looking for someone. Anyone. To save my new family. Instantly I was thrown into a sea of humans. All I saw were legs and shoes. I searched everywhere I could for demons. Something familiar like horns or ashen skin. I even looked for elves or dwarves, but there were none in sight. As I dodged the feet around me, I thought all hope was lost until I saw jet black hair and pale skin. I turned and saw smiling of magic radiating off of her. While she wasn't a demon like I had hoped for, she was far better a choice than a human. Weaving through the sea of legs, I was thankful she was easily spotted due to her high platform boot, then suddenly stopped as I breathlessly skidded to a stop in front of her. Strangely turning into a Jimmy, but I was willing to take the risk. I let out a bark, though it was more akin to a high-pitched yelp from my small body. She froze, the foot retracted, and my eyes followed up her body, a large banded device. Confusion clear in her voice. "You're so little, what are you doing out here, buddy?" she asked. She leaned down to reach for me, but I jumped away, barking. While she was warm in her large winter coat, my family was freezing. "What's the matter?" she asked. "Help me." I barked, the words feeling foreign to me, my pride stinging as they left me. But my pride was not worth the lives of my family. She asked, reaching for me again. I took the opportunity to grab her sleeve with my mouth and pull. Though without much success, my teeth were still coming in, and the strength that I had used caused me to slip and tumble backward. I whined, begging the woman, hoping she had a way to understand me, or would at least notice my desperation. She stared at me before a look of realization appeared in her eyes. "Show me," she ordered. I did not need to be told twice before I took off towards my alleyway home. I heard her thick boots thudding behind me as she followed, while I felt relief that she understood. I knew from experience it would not be safe to relax until my family was somewhere safe and warm. As for how she understood me, I had no idea, maybe a spell or a woman's intuition. Regardless, I would be forever indebted to her should she help save my family. I ran as fast as my little legs could carry me, stumbling only slightly as I made a sharp turn around a corner. My pace slowed as I approached the cardboard box. I felt anxiety born from my siblings. My ears flattened onto my head. I feared I may have been too late to help. And I carefully walked inside, moving around trying to get a response from my family. I licked my mother's nose and felt relief when I felt shallow breaths leave her. "Oh no!" I heard the woman speak with concern. I turned to look at her, my ears still flat on my head. I swallowed. I would have never done this in my last life. I would have never asked for help like this. But I couldn't lose them. Not now. Please. I begged, please save them. A low whine left me, and her expression became pained as if understanding my desperation. She let out a soft breath and all right. She spoke after a moment, seeming unsure before looking back at me. All right? She seemed more determined now. Let's see what we can do, little guy. She smiled at me. I couldn't help but wag my tail, thankful I managed to locate someone kind enough to help.